On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
It is about 7 o'clock, 56 minutes past the hour.
And we are here to deliver you some breaking news.
Breaking news. I don't have anything for
I've
breaking.
got nothing.
The only thing breaking is my back from this chair. My God.
Oh my God, my back hurts actually. I slept on it so fucked up.
Welcome to 30s, babe.
Oh God, it's the worst.
The worst. We've just been doing so much, you guys. We've been doing data. We've been collecting numbers.
Projections.
Projecting on everyone. Putting files in drawers.
Cabinets. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's been a madhouse over here, actually.
Hi, we're your favorite administrative assistants.
Our brains are fried from this week.
Well, you especially. You're getting over being sick. I feel like you can still kind of hear it a little bit, but
yes,
everyone knows at this point, I made us take COVID tests today.
Oh, yeah. Negative.
Negative, babe. We're negative.
I talked to you about this. I'm going to go get a bunch of allergy tests done. Because
you need to just go to the vet, have them test you for everything.
I know. I called and...
They won't take you? Is it because you bit them last time? They're going to have to put another cone around your neck.
Yeah, they said that the anesthesiologist is not in to knock me out, so...
Did you tell them you already take ketamine on a regular basis?
Ketamine? What am I, a horse?
Hey. Yeah, and I have equestrophobia or whatever.
Oh, my mom got me a new cone, so it's definitely more comfortable.
It looks really good. Oh, God. Welcome to our wildly popular show, Obituary.
Wow.
So wildly popular that somebody has stolen our episodes.
Oh, yeah, we're YouTube stars now.
Someone took all of our audio and put it on YouTube and made it look like a Obituary YouTube account. Which, maybe it wasn't a malicious thing. Maybe they were just wanting to spread the word, which is fine, but you also can't do that.
We want you listening on the podcast apps.
Yeah.
Not on YouTube, baby.
We're not meant for video, babes.
I've got a face for radio.
And
I've always been told that.
But we're here. We're in the same room. I think you really just have really bad allergies.
Yeah, you can hear it in my voice. I sound like I've smoked for 60 years.
People have said before, like, you're smoker's laugher. I'm like, she doesn't smoke. That's just it. That's just showbiz, baby. I mean, I feel like it's been really wild lately.
So many new listeners.
It's really crazy.
It still blows my mind. We are getting through all of the DMs. I can't even believe I'm saying that. It's incredible. And some of your stories.
Wild. People are emailing and sending the wildest stories. If you want to follow us, you can follow us at obituarypod. And if you want to write to us, you can write to us obitpod@gmail.com. And we are trying to shovel through those babies right now.
God, November has just been insane for both of us.
Yeah, just a lot going on.
A lot. My husband's got a lot of stuff going on, and Spencer's got a lot of family stuff going on.
That sounds like something bad.
No, not anything bad. You've got family coming into town.
Yeah, my sister, Olivia, who I feel like a lot of you guys probably know, is coming into town this weekend. So I'm trying to get everything ready for that. I have to turn the obituary cult den back into a guest room.
Yes. It's so cute in here, though.
I know, I haven't really even been in here that much because, like, a normal day is I wake up, have my coffee, and then I come into this room, this office, and I start writing or working on whatever I'm working on. But lately, I've seen other people talking about it. It's like a phenomenon happening right now where people are just getting, like, burnt out. It's not like holiday stress because that's not even there yet. It's just I feel like I have been home so much.
I get it.
So I had to start going to coffee shops again, which is what I used to do that a lot. And it really is for anyone who works from home and has the capacity to be on the go or work from elsewhere. It's nice to do every once in a while just to break it up. I've been kind of like dating different coffee shops.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Before you go into that, I totally get it. My dream has always been to stay home and to do something that I can do from home.
Uh-huh.
And now that we're doing it,
sure.
I'm like, I need to get out of this fucking house. Like, it takes me 2 days to write an episode the past couple weeks because I'm like...
You have to start coming with me, like
I'm
once
like
a week.
Yes. I'm like lollygagging. I'm like going through different boxes that I've had stored because I'm like, I gotta organize this before
That's like
I do this.
The toxic part of working from home is like, oh, I'm going to actually put these dishes away, or I'm going to reorganize all my wrapping paper that's in that closet.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then next thing you know, you've killed like an hour and 45 minutes and you're like, cool, I could have actually been done with everything that I needed to do had I started. But these coffee shops, okay, so each one gives like different vibes. I can't name them because for obvious...
Because they're my workspace now. They're my office.
Yeah. So. Come kill me. But there's Brick Girl, which I've taken you to before. We like her. She's the one that's over. We'll bleep it out. I like her. She's got a really good vibe.
Uh-huh.
Probably my favorite. And then there's this one down here.
Okay.
You know, down the street over there.
Uh-huh.
She's also great, but hard to get a table at sometimes, I've learned.
Oh. Is it because she's smaller or is it...
She's petite. It's true. She's petite. And their pour-overs there are $8, which for like a cup...
What does that mean?
A pour-over is just like a cup of coffee. Like they just make it. They like brew it individually. $8? My God. It's fine, but there's $6 at the other one.
$6? Oh my God. Okay.
Well,
relatable.
It's different. I'm really into I think because I don't drink alcohol, coffee is very much my, like, I like to taste the different flavors in it and stuff. I've become a bit of an aficionado. I'll say it.
Okay.
Don't ask me anything. I don't know how anything
does.
Then there's that one. And then, I had this one that I went to in a completely different part of town. I really wanted to shake things up. And I go, and I had to sit outside at a little table, and I just didn't like it.
Why?
It was very populated, a very busy shop, and a lot of people having conversations. And I like to listen to what other people are talking about.
Oh, fully. I love especially like an argument.
Oh, someone was on a date next to me, like clearly a first date meetup. And then on the other side of me was a book club. And so I'm like, oh my God, I just want to know what everyone's talking about. I didn't get anything done. That's been my experience of sticking with Brick Girl the most because she's a brick house.
She's a little further for you, but she's worth it.
A little more of a drive for sure. Probably like 10, 15.
Mm-hmm.
But I like her. She has a parking garage. You never have to worry about parking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aww.
We're into it.
I'm glad you found
the one.
The one, I think.
Things are getting serious. She always has room for me. Just, I love it.
God, I'm still fucking with the fuck boys.
Starbucks?
Yep.
Hey, I like her. And you know what I love? That it's because I love all of the baristas. So there's a Starbucks in between me and Madison that we go to.
They're all so nice.
So nice, always. So if you're listening, hey, we love you. That's actually something that's so weird, not to go on a tangent, but I've always lived like in a walking vicinity to a Starbucks.
Well, yeah, because there's one on every corner.
Uh-huh. I will spend years seeing the same people every day, and then I just move away, and I feel like it's one of those relationships that just kind of you go your separate ways.
Some people come into your life for a reason, a season, or
a blessing. A blessing or a lesson.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I also have to say really quick, I stole someone's table at this coffee shop, the busy one.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't mean to at all. It was like this guy sitting with his laptop, and I thought he left, but he had just gone to the bathroom, but he brought his laptop with him.
Well,
and so I was sitting at the table. There was nothing there. And then he came out and kind of looked at the table and was like, huh, it left. And I was like, well, Sir.
You didn't get up like, sorry, sir?
Absolutely not. No, you took your stuff. I mean, depending on where you are and everything, I'm sure the circumstances are different. But like that shop in particular, I will always leave my laptop if I'm like on the phone outside or like go to the bathroom or something.
See, I won't. I'm like,
What are you going to fucking do? You're going to podcast for me? Imagine someone just stole my shit and started like podcasting. Cool. Let me see the ad money, baby.
yeah.
Sure, though. Well, that's been my little love affair that's happening lately. I know last week we said that we were going to start doing a bonus obituary on whoever wasn't going first. And since I'm going first this week, did you follow through with a bonus obituary?
I sure did.
Hey, baby, let's hear it.
You guys want to hear it? I loved the show Breaking Bad, and I was so excited to see that they have an official obituary for Walter White.
That's the guy, the actor, what's his name?
Brian.
Wilson from the Beach Boys.
Brian Austin
Cranston.
Green. Cranston, yeah.
Brian Cranston. I really like him.
Yeah, he's an incredible actor. All right, so here it goes.
Breaking Bad fans, listen up.
Yes. Walter White, a.k.a. Heisenberg, 52, of Albuquerque, died Sunday after a long battle with lung cancer and a gunshot wound. A co-founder of Gray Matter, White was a research chemist who taught high school chemistry and later founded a meth manufacturing empire. He is survived by his wife, Skylar Lambert, son, Walter Flynn Jr., and daughter Holly. A private memorial was held by his family. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to a drug abuse prevention charity of your choice. He will be greatly missed.
Aww.
And if you've, seen the show, watched the whole
I know
thing,
the premise,
you'll get
and
it.
that was enough for me to understand it.
Perfect.
It's a show that I feel like once I start it, I'll have to watch it all the way through, and I can't take on that kind of commitment right now.
Yeah. It took me a few years to watch it. After all of the hype died down from it, I was never into it when it was first on, but then it was on Netflix, like, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years ago, and I just flew through it. It was
See,
so
that's
good.
the problem, is I wait, and then I watch something, and I get so into it, and then I want to talk to people about it, and they're like, old news.
Yeah.
It already happened. Give it up.
Well, one of my favorite shows is coming back, Dexter, which I'm so excited
Yeah.
about because the finale was... Some people loved it, some people hated it.
Were you in the love it or hate it camp?
I cried.
Uh-huh.
It was a weird finale for sure, and I didn't really foresee
No spoilers.
them bringing anything back. Yeah, no spoilers.
Interesting. We'll
Yeah.
have to wait and see. You know what's... I started last night. I needed something to fall asleep to, so I started watching the most recent season of Real Housewives of Orange County, season 15.
Oh, did you see the trailer they put out today?
No, but listen, I had to check twice to make sure that I was watching a correct year, that was from 2020, because of how cheesy the OC Housewives are.
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm not a super avid. I haven't watched all the seasons of everything. I saw some early Orange County, but I figured it had really transcended since. Not at all. It's literally like mid 2000s, and it is very kind of true to OC.
Yeah.
Even their houses, the decor, how they dress, everything.
Yep.
I was like, I double checked. I stopped it and made sure. I was like, this is actually recent-ish.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Wild. I know. Everyone talks about Gina and Gina's hair and her decor and...
All of them. None of them have really good style or anything.
No. Shannon is looking, I think, better than she has in years.
That's actually when I stopped probably watching Orange County, was when she was going through all her shit with her husband, which was pretty much, I think, right when she started.
Do you remember when she found out that he was having an affair?
Yes.
And they went to some weird therapy, and she had to lay there like she was dead, and he had to read.
Tie it in.
I know. She had to read, or he had to read to her obituary or her eulogy. And it was wild.
Oh, and by the way, there is a difference between a eulogy and an elegy, people.
Yeah.
Someone wrote to us and they were like, you meant blah, blah, blah. Hey.
No, I didn't.
We don't know what we're saying ever, but sometimes we do.
Yeah.
Listen, Philippier. Are you a Philippa or that's what you need to ask yourself every day. Are you being a Philippa or are you being a G-off? There's only one camp. You're in one or the other.
Wait, I had a delivery for something and I texted you a picture.
You guys, there's another one.
Because the guy's name was Joe Offrey.
It was like Joeff, or it was Joeoffrey. It was literally Joe Offrey, and she sent it to me, and I said, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "What is happening?"
Oh, another one? Really creative.
God, we've gone through all that. Let's talk about what's got you spinning in your coffin.
My coffin spinner. This had me not only spinning in my coffin, I was shaking. I was twirling.
Your coffin was vibrating?
I was ready to fucking explode right through that sucker. This week, I am going to take us on a little journey through the decomposition process.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm actually super into this vibe right now because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we love a death erection. I've got something equally concerning next week, but I feel like last week we set some good foundations around obituaries and autopsies, and now I feel like in the future, when we're talking about exploding coffins or mouth farts, we'll have a little more insight as to where and when that would occur in the decomposition process.
I love that. Building blocks.
We're building a strong foundation here on our pyramid scheme that we're starting. Imagine if this was really just one big pyramid scheme we were building.
We're like, buy our leggings.
Hello, Miss LuLaRoe. The decomposition happens over a course of 5 different stages, and it goes a little something like this. That would have been, imagine if I just like broke into song right now.
I know, I was like, what?
I wrote a song for this. I wrote a little
and it
ditty.
goes a little something like this.
Yeah.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. What's gonna happen when you're not alive?
Ooh, 3, 4. What's gonna happen when we put you on the floor?
Yeah, baby. There's obviously a lot of different factors that influences the decomposition process, such as weather, moisture, things I feel like we're all probably pretty well acquainted with now, especially after Madison's Body Farm coverage. Like the Madison's Body Farm.
Proud of it.
Proud of it. Sounds like a Knott's Berry Farm attraction.
Oh my God.
Come on down. Come one, come all to Madison's Body Farm. So number 1.
Why does it have to be my body farm?
You have ownership of body farms, I feel like.
Oh, okay.
All right. Number 1 is fresh, which is great name, 10 out of 10. Very telling, very true. It's the first stage. Immediately after death, you go into the fresh stage. Before we get too into it, I did want to pause for a second and hear something terrifying. This article I read on Very Well Health said that our brains are now thought to continue to work for 10 minutes or so after we die, meaning that our brains may in some way be aware of our death.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Obviously, if you're fucking beheaded or shot in the head, probably not.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But your brain could still fully be kind of aware.
Whoa.
For up to 10 minutes. They're very in like a beta phase of testing that theory. That's kind of what they're leaning towards. They're thinking that.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I'd be in my head just like, oh my God, what am I dead right now? Imagine if you died in an embarrassing position too.
You're like I can't even fucking move. I'm dead.
And my leg is up above my head.
My God, when am I going to rise out of this body?
Or like you die on the toilet or something. You're like, move. Fall over, please. Flush. You're like trying with all your will to like move your hand.
Just fucking.
Oh my God. Horrible. Okay, so we'll fast forward through this 10 minutes. She's dead. She's gone. Once you're dead, the muscles relax in a phase called primary flaccidity. Eyelids lose their tension, your pupils dilate, and your jaw may or may not fall open during this. Which I'm just like, even more if the brain was still going and my jaw was open. I'm like, oh my God. Wow. What's going on here? During this initial stage, the body's joints and limbs still have their flexibility, so good to know.
Just like, what's her face? from fucking 2,000 years ago.
Oh, fucking Lady Di.
Lady Di. On a serious note, though, it's hard to even wrap your head around. Okay, you're dead, but you're still thinking.
Uh-huh. Who knows what it's thinking, though, if it's fully comprehending thoughts like normal or...
That's true. It may just be pumping, you know?
Mm-hmm. Pump it. Louder. Pump it.
Louder! Imagine, like, comprehending what just happened, especially if it's tragic. Oh, God.
Well, I guess who knows, though, because who knows if you're...
What if your brain is smushed?
Well, we don't know what happens after we die. So, say you do go to heaven, or there is an afterlife where you're going to afterwards. Who knows? Maybe your brain is, like, just, like, focused on that. Wow, I can't believe this.
That's something I want to get into on here, like near-death experiences or like...
Oh, there's some crazy ones. There's crazy ones, and there's also ones where I'm like, you're fucking lying.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
totally.
You know what I mean? So the limbs are still flexible at that point during that first phase, and then due to the loss of tension in the muscles, the skin may start to sag, causing bones to appear to be sticking out a little bit. So I was like, yeah, baby, like, show off those collarbones.
I was thinking, I'm like, I'll never be able to do the splits. Maybe now I will.
Yeah, now's the time. That's also when, quote, sphincter tone diminishes and you shot and pass yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when the fluids start coming. After the heart stops beating, something called pallor mortis occurs, which causes the body to lose its color. And typically, the lighter you are, the lighter it will go. So if you're already pretty pale, like, you'll be extra fucking pale. So I'm like, make sure you spray tan extra well before that sets in. The body will then start cooling off, going into algor mortis. Algor mortis, also known as the death chill. Typically, your body starts declining 1.5 degrees per hour. Kind of made me think of like a computer, like, you know, when like your MacBook gets super hot, but then if you leave it off for like a day or something, it's so cold.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Between the 2nd and 6th hour after you die is when something like a death erection would occur, because this is when blood begins to pool at the lowest points, and it causes kind of like bruising sometimes because the heart is no longer pumping.
Got it.
This is called livor mortis, but baby, ain't nobody living here. You like that?
Loved that.
Quote, if the body remains undisturbed long enough for several hours, the parts of the body nearest the ground can develop a reddish/purple discoloration resembling a bruise from the accumulating blood. Embalmers sometimes refer to this as post-mortem stain.
Oh.
The body will then start setting into rigor mortis, which, hey, I learned this. It typically starts, I guess, in your eyelids, your jaw, and your neck.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
like,
what stiffens?
Uh-huh. That's the first area to
Whenever I think of rigor mortis, I think of Drag Race. Alyssa Edwards, she was talking about rigor mortis, but she was like, oh yeah, rigor Morris. And then Detox was like, girl, who's Morris? Who the fuck's Morris?
Maximum stiffness will occur throughout the entire body after roughly 12 hours.
Okay.
After the 12th hour, the body starts going into a second flaccidity, and this happens over a period of around 3 days, but it's very different based on the conditions we kind of mentioned at the beginning, like moisture, weather, all that stuff. But the muscles loosen as internal tissue begins to decay, and the skin starts to shrink, and that's when hair and nails appear to begin to grow, which, like, longtime Geoffs know it's not the case.
Yeah.
It's not growing.
Yep.
Let me sum it up into categories a little better so we can all have a great understanding of this. So fresh, the first phase, fresh, would be right after death. Algorithmic mortis, rigor mortis, and livor mortis. We get cold, hard, bruised, and maybe a boner.
Okay.
Then we have bloat, that's the second phase, and that's my favorite one because it's like the gnarliest. It's when microorganisms inside the gut start letting loose and munching down on the tissues. And it's during this process that causes gases to excrete, which make the torso and the limbs start to bloat, and that's what produces all the foul odors.
Oh, okay.
And this is when the skin starts to, quote, slip, and liquids begin releasing, and those liquids are called purge fluid, which I was like, that's a really
Purge
fucking
fluid.
good band name. Yeah, like,
wow.
this, I guess, starts to secrete from the nose and the mouth.
Okay, so a lot's happening in the nose, the
Oh.
mouth, the eyes,
The
the jaw,
head, yes.
the head.
Everything's happening up there. After bloat comes active decay, and this is the stage where tissues begin to liquefy and the skin begins to darken. During this phase is when blowflies show up to lay their eggs in the corpses. And
Excuse me?
yeah, they can detect a decaying corpse like very early on. They're like,
Where are these things hiding?
I don't know. They're the ones that lay the larvae in the corpses, and that's where maggots come from.
Ooh, God. A maggot is...
What'd you call me? Canceled. It's actually really interesting. So those flies that lay the larvae, the size and development stage of maggots can be used to give a measure of the minimum time since death, which is super important when it comes to like victims of homicide.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so hey, they have a purpose.
I guess so.
Then we have advanced decay. The remains go through putrefaction, where the tissues and the cells are breaking down and liquefying as well. And then the final stage is called dry. And this is after bloating, the soft tissue will start to collapse on itself and then dry out and begin to skeletonize. Who knew there was a verb for becoming a skeleton? Skeletonizing. I was wondering, I'm like, how long does it actually take to become a skeleton? Because you watch some movies and it's like, they've been missing for 3 weeks and then they're a fucking skeleton. Like,
Well, or like that Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie thing. They found...
oh, him, and he was skeletonized.
Yeah.
Well, again, it depends on the factors like temperature, humidity, presence of insects, other animals,
yeah.
and submergence in a substrate such as water. So there's a lot of different factors, but I looked it up. And it says it could take anywhere from a couple of weeks to like up to 15 years, depending on the climate.
Yeah.
And well, obviously we know with like Lady Di and her supple skin.
Her brain's probably still working. Who
Oh,
knows? Oh my God, someone sent us another one like that.
uh-huh.
And this girl was beautiful.
Really?
I have to show it to you.
Oh, you might have to do a follow-up on Forgotten Corpses.
I know, because this corpse was pretty.
What's her secret?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
We
that's
should
my...
ask her.
Yeah, get the Ouija board. That's my little breakdown on the body breakdown.
Your breakdown on the breakdown.
Breakdown on the breakdown. Before I have a breakdown, let's have a little ad break.
Perfect. I'm down.
We'll be right back. I'm like, please. What has got you spinning in your coffin?
Well, speaking of bloat,
Excuse me.
speaking of being bloated,
Uh-huh.
I'd like to talk about the notorious King Henry VIII.
You're not... Is that really your topic?
Yes. Bitch, I was watching the fucking History Channel all day yesterday. Every documentary I could consume about him.
Are you serious? You guys, if you're a first-time listener, this episode is probably erratic and confusing and annoying, and we get it. But we have a deep-rooted history in fucking hating King Henry VIII, so I'm thrilled for this.
Spencer, it is so wild. I feel like I know so much about him now, and I have a better understanding about him, and he is a complex character.
Okay, let's hear it. What is it? Is it going to be a history lesson, or is it just like fucked up?
If I were to go into a whole history lesson of every single battle, every single tie to, I mean, he had ties to the Pope. He had ties to everything. I mean, and really, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm a fucking idiot. But it would be so long. So I want to really kind of talk about just what he's like infamous for.
Okay.
You know?
I'm into it.
Yes. So a lot of things I did not know, a lot of weird things.
Uh-huh.
Definitely doesn't help his case. I still think he's a dick after this.
Perfect.
But there is a little more understanding.
Are we going to become King Henry VIII fans?
No.
Definitely
No,
not.
absolutely not.
No.
So let's just start from when he was born. He was born June 28th, 1491.
Oh my God.
Old. At Greenwich Palace to King Henry VII, which was his dad,
Sure.
who was the first monarch of the House of Tudor. Also, I was like, all of these different houses and stuff.
Oh my God, who can keep up?
I'm like, is this Game of Thrones? He was born to King Henry VII. King Henry VII was the first monarch of the House of Tudor. He was the King of England and a Lord of Ireland.
Please.
And his mother was Elizabeth of York.
Were they related? Like incest? I feel like there's a lot of incest in the...
No, but we'll get to that. I
God.
don't know. I don't think his mom and dad were like distant cousins or anything. I think they were separate, but I could be wrong. But Henry was the second of 7, and he was not the first boy. So he was not supposed to be king. His brother Arthur was the heir to the throne. When Henry was 6, his brother Arthur, who was the Prince of Wales, was sent away to a different castle, I believe with his dad, to start training to become the heir.
Uh-huh.
At that same time, Henry was being trained for a career in the church. He loved Catholicism, loved theology, he loved astronomy. He was a huge athlete, believe it or not. He played the recorder. And he is described as an intellectual.
The recorder, as in the thing you play hot cross buns on?
Exactly. He was great at it.
Was he?
He was great.
All right. We'll give him his accolades where they're deserved.
He wrote music and stuff, too.
Really?
He was a real Renaissance man. And people loved him. He was like the class clown. And people described him as very handsome.
Okay, this is not the... I don't know if it looks faded.
Just wait. He was raised primarily by his sisters and his mom with very little communication with his brother. He really loved and adored women, which doesn't make sense once we get into his married life. I don't want to get too much into the political alliances and stuff because, again, that will be a lot. But King Henry VII, his dad, had an alliance with Spain and offered Arthur to marry the Spanish princess Catherine of Aragon.
Okay.
Because it was like a super powerful alliance. So at age 15, the both of them got married. In 1502, at age 16, so just a year after Arthur's wedding, Arthur died, which made Henry the heir to the throne.
How did Arthur die?
It's funny when they talk about like what people died of because a lot of times they don't
Was
really
like diarrhea
know.
or a cold or something?
It could have either been tuberculosis or something called the sweating sickness.
Ow! What is that? You know what this sounds like? It sounds like, okay, so I used to have hamsters when I was little. Like, my mom got me a hamster. I had Buddy 1, and then Buddy 2, and then Buddy 3. Oh. She kept replacing them because they kept dying, but it turned out they were dying from what they always told me was wet tail disease. Which I didn't learn what wet tail disease was until a recent dinner with friends. We were out with another couple, and she says, "Oh, you know that's just diarrhea, right?" I know.
Everything I looked into about sweating sickness was basically a mysterious and like highly contagious disease that just made you like profusely sweat.
God.
So I don't know. It was probably a common cold, to be honest.
Literally, it was like a fever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's what they think his brother died of. With that, Henry was the heir to the throne. A year later, his mom died, which kind of started, I feel like, his like rebellion and his demise because he was very close with his mom. In 1508, his father died. And then a year later, on June 24th, 1509, King Henry became the King of England at age 18.
Wow.
That same year, he marries his brother's widow, Catherine of Aragon.
Literally, I was going to ask if he ended up marrying her because she was supposed to be the queen already. Like,
right.
They're like, hey, we already prepped her.
Totally. But there are reports that he actually loved her and they had actually a very good relationship because he could have chosen somebody else to marry. His first year as being king, he was a party boy. He was living his best life, writing plays, playing sports, dropping money on anything and everything. I mean, all
like
of his...
a gold recorder.
Seriously, all of his outfits were jewel encrusted.
You're 18 becoming a king.
Yeah. Henry went through his inheritance. His inheritance today in US dollars would have been $14 million. He went through all of that in 1 year.
Oh, fuck.
His councilmen were not pleased, obviously, and tried to tame his spending because his ass was broke.
Broke ass King Henry.
Broke ass. It is said that King Henry VIII was very, very concerned with making sure his family name and legacy lived on. I mean, at that time, as we know, it was like you have to have a male. You have to have your bloodline, your lineage go on. But you'll see this pattern. He had a very, very strong need to have a male. Catherine had a ton of pregnancies. January 1510, she had a stillborn daughter. January 1511, she did have a son, but he died 2 months after. In September of 1513, another son, stillborn or died shortly after birth. 1514, another son, stillborn. February 1516, they had Mary, who is Queen Mary, the reigning monarch of England, and also Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Who I know you did an episode on.
I did on Cult Leader. It was actually really interesting to look into the different origins of where that came from.
Yeah. And then in 1518, she was pregnant again with another daughter who was a stillborn. As you can see, Catherine went through a ton of pregnancies.
Poor girl. I mean, both of them. That's so upsetting.
Very upsetting. And in 16th century England, there was a high infant mortality rate regardless.
Well, there's a high mortality rate for everyone.
Yeah. Women, especially royal or noble women, could have had up to like 14 children/pregnancies.
Wow.
All for trying for the boys, which is fucked. But I did read that King Henry VIII was pretty understanding of Catherine, which blows my fucking mind. I'm like, yeah, you're going to be understanding that she didn't have a son and lost baby. Like, you're a fucking idiot. He was understanding, but he also had a shit ton of mistresses. The whole fucking kingdom is so scandalous. So he had a ton of mistresses. One was Elizabeth Blount, also known as Bessie. Now, he got Bessie pregnant in 1519.
Was it a boy?
It was a boy. Her boy was named Henry Fitzroy. Now, Fitzroy means son of the king.
I like that name.
Son of the king, baby.
Fitzroy.
So it was his illegitimate son, but he did acknowledge
that it was his.
Yes. Later on in life, he tried to get his illegitimate son, Henry Fitzroy, to marry his daughter, Mary. He tried to get them to marry so that they could procreate and have this lineage.
There's that incest. There's incest. There's a whole lot of Alabama in the fucking royal blood.
Fucking wild.
No offense, Alabama. You know, you guys know.
Catherine and Henry were married for, I've read 22 years. I've also read 24 years. The divorce from Catherine is insane. Henry went to the Pope and tried to get an annulment because he was basically like, she's not giving me any fucking males.
Yeah.
22 years of marriage down the drain. I need to get this thing annulled. And he quoted Leviticus 20:21, which says, if a man marries his brother's wife, it is an act of impurity. He has dishonored his brother. They will be childless.
You couldn't have read that before.
I know. The Pope said no, obviously, and the Pope knew about all of his infidelity and was like, absolutely not. So then this is when it's so fucking political, but he cut ties with a church and we won't get into that. But his philandering continued. He had his eyes set on another lady in waiting of Catherine's, which is, it's like a lady in waiting is like a personal assistant. So he had his eyes on one of Catherine's ladies.
Sure.
The next lady, Anne Boleyn. Henry already had a relationship with Anne's sister before. She was one of the mistresses. I know. But Anne, she fucking played his game. She was like, I am not going to fuck around with you or take you seriously until you get that annulment from Catherine or that divorce and you make me queen. And so he became infatuated with her. There are 17 letters preserved in the Vatican that he wrote to her. And he would write weird shit like stuff about her duckies.
Oh,
and
baby.
Her duckies meant her boobs.
Ooh, her yabos.
Her jugs. Just say it, Henry. She actually did let him hit, though, in 1532.
She's like, yeah, right there. Do it on my duckies.
And she became pregnant in 1532. And so they had a secret marriage in 1533. Their daughter was Elizabeth, who was born shortly after. She became pregnant 2 other times.
So he had another daughter named Elizabeth?
No, this is the first Elizabeth. It is hard because every single person is fucking Catherine.
Mary, Henry, Elizabeth.
Or Elizabeth or Henry, yeah.
Get some originality. Name it Ducky.
Seriously. And then Anne became pregnant 2 other times, but they were stillborn. And this made Anne fear losing her spot as the queen because she saw what happened with Catherine. At this time, King Henry had his eyes set on another woman anyway. But I want to go back to Elizabeth really quick. I read a crazy article about nobody really knowing what her gender was because things start to get crazier with King Henry. We'll get into that, when things start to really flip and he gets fucking evil. Around that time, I think Elizabeth was 10 or something, and she was at a camp, or don't quote me on this. She was somewhere receiving some type of training, and there is a story that she actually died. But the people there were so afraid because King Henry started his whole tirade of executions. They were so afraid that he was going to execute everybody that they found someone to be Elizabeth, to dress up as her, but they couldn't find a girl, so they found a boy. And in all the paintings, she does have, she looks more masculine.
Is this the fucked up Parent Trap?
Dude, the whole thing's crazy.
What the hell?
Insane. I was down a whole rabbit hole. It was nuts. So that I thought was super interesting. Back to his philandering. He's married to Anne, has Elizabeth, and has 2 other pregnancies that were stillborn. And King Henry had his eyes set on a woman named Jane Seymour, who, you guessed it, was a lady in waiting for Anne. Around this time, King Henry VIII was drunk with power. He executed anyone that didn't agree with him. A lot of historians talk about this accident. In 1536, he had an incredibly awful jousting accident.
Just 1500s things.
I know. This is kind of where they think his mania started because he had brain damage from that.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, and so shit starts to go crazy. So there was drama going on in the kingdom. People feared for their life. So shady shit started going on. If the Elizabeth story wasn't shady enough, one of King Henry's main councilmen, Thomas Cromwell, devised a plan to bring down the Queen, Anne, and her whole family. And long story short, she had a friend who was a local musician who was investigated because there were rumors that she had flirted with him. And then there were also rumors that she was having an affair with her brother. And God. He was probably tortured into a confession. He confessed. She was taken to court and arrested. She was charged with adultery, incest, and plotting to murder the king. And King Henry had her beheaded in 1536. So, mother of his child, all of that, beheaded in 1536. Literally, the next day, he marries Jane Seymour.
Scandalous.
Insane. Jane gave him a healthy baby boy, who is Prince Edward, but Jane died a few days later. This caused Henry to go into mourning for 2 years. After 2 years, the kingdom, all his councilmen and stuff were like, you got to get married again. You've been single for 2 years. Mm-hmm. You got to get married again. We need a queen. So they lined up this woman named Anne of Cleves. The day he met her, he said, I like her not. And I guess he thought she was fucking ugly. He said that she smelled repulsive.
Well, didn't kind of everyone back then?
I know.
She had to be down real bad.
He was like, I do not fucking like her. He called her a Flanders mare, which means a female horse. And he never had sex with her. He was like, I don't fucking like her. She's fucking ugly.
But he married her?
He married her, but they never consummated their marriage because he was repulsed by her.
Damn.
6 months later, it was annulled, but it is said that she remained friends with him, which who knows? She was probably in fear of her life because he was executing people left and right.
She's like, yeah, I'm just this crazy horse. This
yeah.
Smelly horse. It's so crazy and funny when you say that.
I know. He had Thomas Cromwell executed because
Not Thomas Cromwell.
he was like his main councilman who lined up the marriage to Anne. He had him executed.
Fuck.
And the same day he was executed, he married again.
Oh, so there's like a lot that has happened. He's divorced, killed,
beheaded, died, divorced. Now he married Catherine Howard. I guess she had an affair on him, and he said, "You committed treason," and she was beheaded.
Bye. Off with your head.
Off with your head. And then he married Catherine, and they were married till the end of his life. He did almost behead her, though, because they got into an argument about theology. She, like, just disagreed with him on some things, and he was like, this is treason. Was having her arrested, and she was like, talked him out of it and was like, I just misunderstood you, whatever, I'm sorry. So in his whole kingdom, I think everybody was fucking scared of him because he was a maniac. There's something that, like, in his reign, and historians have debunked this, that it's not that much, but in his 38-year reign, he had 72,000 people executed. Some weird things. He made boiling a form of execution.
Yes.
Which is fucked.
He boiled his chef, right?
A friend's chef. And then he also had his friend executed later on.
God.
Wild. He also had a hospital knocked down so that he could build another palace for himself because he was a hypochondriac. He would move to different palaces because he was freaked out. But the hospital that he knocked down was a hospital for women with leprosy. He had a nun executed because she was a prophecy.
Because she could fly?
No, she was a prophet and she was prophesizing about him.
Oh, no.
And she was kind of a badass because she said if he married Anne Boleyn, he would die shortly after. And she even saw the place in hell that he would go. She was hanged, and then her head was put on a spike on London Bridge.
Oh, my God.
He was fucking gross, too. He had something called a groom of the stool.
No, I don't like that.
He had 4 men throughout his lifetime that helped him dress and undress, and they wiped his ass. They wiped it with cotton and water, and sometimes the fecal matter was taken away to be examined to make sure that he was, doing okay and that he was healthy, which is crazy because he clearly wasn't. After his accident, he started gaining a ton of weight, but he wasn't active at all. He ate 5,000 calories a day.
Fuck, he exploded out of his
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. He ate 5,000 calories a day.
Same.
All of which was meat. He would not eat fruit or vegetables. He was just a fucking maniac. He also had something called a tax on beards. So he taxed anyone who wore a beard.
And oh my God, you would have to pay taxes.
Fuck you. It had to do with like the beard wearer's social position. He died on January 28th, 1547 at 55 years old, probably of liver failure or renal failure because of his obesity. There's also a lot of theories that he died of syphilis. Wikipedia says, quote, "The theory that Henry suffered from syphilis has been dismissed by most historians. Some people think his demise was to scurvy or his traumatic brain injury. Anyway, he wanted to be buried next to Jane Seymour, and that's where he exploded, next to Jane Seymour. I did read, though, because remember when we were talking about hearses, he had like an obnoxious hearse. Mm-hmm. It's called blog.hrp.org.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to quote them, so I want to say it, but they said Henry's chariot was a many-wheeled wagon covered with black velvet, hung with heraldic banners, and drawn by 8 strong horses ridden by 8 children. The lead used to encase Henry's embalmed corpse weighed more than half a ton alone, so the whole chariot and its royal cargo must have been enormously heavy. The chariot carried his wagon, on top of which was his effigy. The effigy was carved from wood and wax, dressed in expensive robes, and wore the imperial crown on its head. So valuable was it that when stopped overnight at Sion, the effigy was placed under guard in the vestry. Henry's hearses were huge temporary canopies under which the coffin and the effigy rested while lying in state. They were surmounted and surrounded by thousands of burning candles, hung with rich black and gold fabrics and covered with elaborate architectural ornament. Henry had 3 hearses, one in which the chapel at Whitehall Palace, a second for the overnight stop at Sion, and the third and largest, it was probably about 35 feet tall, above his burial vault in the choir of St. George's Chapel, Windsor. And the Whitehall one was the wax one that was made out of like a couple tons of wax.
Yeah.
He was a maniac. He had everybody executed.
Here's the thing. I'm like listening to it and I'm like, okay, so you're telling me King Henry was just this like rich fuck boy from a crazy family with anger issues. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, I could fix him. I'm like, I'd be that one. Like, I can fix him. I'd end up with my head on a stake so fucking fast.
I think that history repeats itself, and we've seen a lot of people in power that have the same background.
Oh, please. Lots of bloated pigs.
Yep.
Crazy. So now we know a little more on King Henry. I mean, this was like, it felt very history lesson-ish today. But I do think, again, we're building foundations here. We've talked a lot of shit about King Henry, so it was about time we got to know him.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break and then move into our obituaries. We'll be right back. My obituary this week is really a wild ride. I'm going to use full names because it leads us into something.
Okay.
Her name is Bernice Abeyta. Bernice Abeyta, 73, died peacefully at her home surrounded by family on February 12, 2017 in Manitou Springs, Colorado, after her battle with cancer. She's survived by her husband, Gil Abeyta, their 7 children, her 2 sisters, 10 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. Bernice was born on March 9th, 1943, my Grandma Lil's birthday.
Aww.
Not 1943. But March 9th, in Quincy, Massachusetts, to Florence and Harry Walkup. A military child, Bernice attended 16 different schools, graduating from Manitou Springs High in 1961. At 15, Bernice first talked to her future husband, Gil, through a phone prank.
Are you serious?
We love a prank call. They met face-to-face later on at a sock hop and have been together ever since, marrying in 1962.
Cute.
Bernice was a beautiful, adventurous, fun-loving mother, and hers was the home all the neighborhood kids wanted to visit. In July of 1986, her 7-month-old son, Christopher, was kidnapped from their home. Over the past 31 years, Bernice never gave up hope for the return of Christopher, and through her tireless efforts made a huge impact on families whose children had disappeared or been murdered. Those families talk of Bernice's kindness, warmth, and encouragement to not give up hope in the search for their children and justice.
Wow.
While devoting much of her time to her search for Christopher, she selflessly raised her 6 other children, continuing to bring joy into their lives and the lives of her grandchildren. Bernice's caring spirit and love of others infused everyone around her. Her children have continued Bernice's commitment to others, advancing the search for missing children, leading fundraising activities, and actively supporting the families of our troops. Bernice's spirit of giving continued by donating her body to science so that others may benefit in life through her death. On behalf of Bernice, the Abeyta family would like to thank Mothers of Murdered Youth, National Center for Missing Children, Families of Homicide and Missing Persons, and Detective Montez of the CSPD for their continued efforts in the search for her missing son. And then it just says where the celebration of life would be.
Wow.
Chills, right?
I have chills. How do you go on not knowing where your son is? Or,
Awful.
you know, like...
Well, I obviously had to look into this. So I found an article about this whole situation on the Gazette that says Christopher Abeyta, that's the 7-month-old, who went missing from his crib in Colorado Springs in 1986 when he was 7 months old, was one of several missing persons featured in a recent episode of the Netflix series Unsolved Mysteries. So there's actually an Unsolved Mysteries about him that I want to watch.
Let's watch it tonight.
Yeah, the episode's called Stolen Kids, and it came out, I don't know when this article actually came out, but it was October 19th. So probably recent, though, because I feel like Unsolved Mysteries just started airing on Netflix in the last year or so. In 2020, it says Christopher would have turned 34, but it's even crazier. So I started looking into it, and I ended up on Facebook groups and stuff about Christopher. This ain't a true crime podcast. We won't get super into it. But it's crazy because I guess one of his sisters has long accused this woman that their dad was having an affair with. Leading up to Christopher's disappearance, and apparently was kind of threatening. If there's this whole deep dive to do on it. So I want to learn more about this case, but obviously we talk about obituaries on here, but I just thought
that might be a good crossover for cult leader.
Yeah, but I was like, I mean, what a strong woman Bernice was, and what an amazing testament to somebody who never gave up hope.
Yeah. It must be such a fucking insane feeling to not know where your child is.
It would just always feel like something's missing.
Absolutely, but then also, like, you see someone on the street pass by that could be his age.
I can't imagine.
I don't know if I could go on.
Well, I mean, but if you have all these other children, you need to take care of you. Yeah. So I just thought, like, when I found her obituary, I was like, I just happened to stumble across it when I was going through, like, obituary archives and stuff, and I was like, wow, this is so crazy, and I really wanted to obviously talk about it on here, too, because, you know, there's a decent amount of people who listen, and I'm like, who knows? The more publicity a case gets like this, the better. So, I mean...
Who knows? Yeah.
You never know, and it's always good to just spread the word. But I just thought one thing led to another. It was just one of those.
Call me fresh, baby. My jaw's open. My jaw's dropped open.
The rigor mortis is setting in her eyes.
Oh, my God.
Crazy.
I can't read my obituary now. It's not lame, but it doesn't top that. Jeez.
Wild.
Wow. Well, we got to watch it.
I know, we got to watch it.
Well, my obituary is about a man named Bill Brown. Bill Brown finally stopped bugging everybody on Tuesday, October 15th. Right to the end, at age 91, he would do things like pushing fist bumps at perfect strangers, playing boogie woogie and other foot-tapping piano right in front of innocent people, and racing to beat other oldsters to empty chairs, which is how he tripped and broke his hip, leading eventually to his well-earned demise. Bill was born on June 6th, 1922 in St. Joseph's.
Huh? St. Joseph's what? Missouri? Bitch, we are going to get you a map. That is what you are getting for Christmas.
Geographically, I am challenged.
Nobody could believe it. All of the listeners are shocked right now. Their jaws are dropped. Their eyes are falling out of their heads.
Oh my God.
Mo, my God. He was born in Mo. Go on.
He was born in Mo to his parents, and they and his two brothers moved to present-day Roland Park in 1930. He caused trouble at St. Agnes Grade School, Shawnee Mission Rural, and college, where he graduated in 1944. He enlisted to shake things up as an officer in the U.S. Navy and even bothered the other side when his ship helped capture a German submarine. Martha Ruth Walker began putting up with him when they married in 1945. They lived in Des Moines when he was trying to scare the neighbor kids by acting like a barking dog when he threw open the front door, only to find himself barking at the Avon lady. That's some shit we would do.
That's her last call. That was her last house. That was her last door she knocked on that day.
She got in that pink Cadillac and fucking...
That's Mary Kay. Maybe she became
Mary
Kay.
What's eight? Oh, yeah. They moved to Overland Park in 1952 and raised 8 afflicted children. Through all the years, they were part of a 24-family group of terrific people called the Poker Bridge Club. We need to bring back bridge.
Bring it back. My grandma used to do it. She used to host it all the time at her house.
I love it. You guys know who you are, in which Bill was a key instigator and rabble-rouser. Bill harassed people into buying insurance for 20 years, then became the financial aid director at Rockhurst College, where he played a key role in many students spiraling down into becoming educated citizens. In his last years, he plagued his fellow retirement residents at Overland Park Place, giving them little respite from his dangerous music and raillery. There was always a deeply serious side to Bill's provocations. He pestered his children and others until they suffered by thinking and feeling deeply about others and all kinds of meaningful things. They still haven't recovered. Ruth admittedly did this too, until she died in 2009. The picture, which we'll post, shows Bill tormenting a grandchild into hysterics with his extra vigorous, "This is the way the ladies ride." Few within his reach, children or adults, escaped without a similar fate. He is survived by his most grateful children.
Aww. He sounds like just like a annoying guy.
Yeah, just like a funny dad.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, in probably our longest episode to date, I think it's time we move on to our final segment. It's time for some dumb
ass
criminals. Okay. After all of those crazy 911 calls we were talking about recently, I was looking for my dumb criminal, but I ended up finding this list of the dumbest 911 calls operators have received.
Oh, no.
And I know we have actually, I know we've had a few dispatchers write in. So please let us know if any of you have any. Which, by the way, did you see we got a DM from a girl whose mom was the operator, the 911 operator for Lorena Bobbitt?
Yes.
That phone call.
Oh my God.
Insane.
I saw you wrote, you're like, she's famous.
Yes. Okay, so this first person said, I had a lady trying to call an ambulance because she opened a package from Amazon at home and she was afraid that her kid was about to have a major allergic reaction from the packaging peanuts because the kid was allergic to peanuts.
What the
and
fuck?
When her kid mentioned what they were called, she freaked out. Another person wrote, I've been in the 911 biz for over 22 years. If a caller ever starts the call with, I swear I'm not crazy, then you need to buckle up for some insanity.
Oh, no.
A guy started a call with those words after escaping from his apartment and running to the closest 7-Eleven because he swore that his roommates were turning into giant crabs.
No!
He was going to show the officers that they were currently in giant cocoons transforming, but as you might expect, he was out of his mind on drugs.
Oh my God, what a scary ass trip.
But, right? You would never be okay after that. You'd be like, Another one said, I'm a paramedic, and once we had a young woman call 911 around 2 a.m. saying that her legs were turning blue. Well, it turns out she had worn a new pair of jeans to the club.
Oh, no! That's happened to me before.
She probably went to one of those local boutiques and got those, like you know, those stores you see that are like diva styles for you that you're like, how is this a place?
This is where I shop. Why my legs are blue.
Just so no one says some shit about not being a dumb criminal, I have a short one from Cape Coral, Florida, which I originally thought was from Cape Cod. And then once I realized it was from Florida, I was like, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Officers were hanging around the local bars there in Cape Coral, and they see this guy, Chad Bean, of course.
Mr. Bean?
His name is fucking Chad, though. It's like a total Chad.
Oh, yeah.
He was swinging at a security guard. And so the cops pull him out of the bar. And then they go inside and they're like, so what happened here? And I guess Chad had thrown a fit and thrown a pizza still in the box at other people at the bar and yelled out, fuck this pizza. And then when people turned around to see what he was doing, he yelled, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Before pushing two people to the ground and then trying to fight the guard. And he was arrested for battery, so.
Bad day.
Kind of like his attitude, though. He's just like, fuck this pizza.
Yeah.
I would never throw a pizza, though. No pizza left behind.
Oh, God, I love those.
Love it.
Dumbass.
Dumbasses, left and right.
Well, I have a dumbass criminal from February of this year.
A recent dumbass.
A recent dumbass.
Still probably dumb.
Well, I kind of like him.
Okay.
Law enforcement in Coolidge, Arizona, received phone calls about a man that looked super injured. New York Times wrote about this whole incident, saying that they got calls about this man in an area near train tracks, houses, and by like the city water tower. The caller, I guess, called in saying that this man was going in and out of consciousness. Officers arrived and found this man laying on his side, super dirty, going in and out of consciousness with a bandana shoved in his mouth and his hands tied behind his back with a belt.
Oh.
Police officers were like, okay, was this a kidnapping? Like, what the fuck is going on? They identified the man to be 19-year-old Brandon Solis. Brandon told the officers that he went to run errands in the morning and then went home. And when he parked and was walking to his house from his car, two masked men knocked him down, hitting the back of his head, causing him to be unconscious. Then they put him into a vehicle. The kidnappers drove around and left him in this area where the police found him. Brandon said that he believes that he was kidnapped because his dad has a lot of money and it's hidden throughout the desert.
Where's this going?
I know. So was it like his dad? Was it drug stuff? I don't know. Like all these things are running through my head. Brandon was taken to a nearby hospital to be evaluated. Thankfully, he was fine. No concussion, no physical injuries. But police began their investigation into this case to catch whoever kidnapped him. Police searched through literally everything they could find, including surveillance footage, and this went on for a week, so for 7 days. And I believe Brandon even provided like some text messages that could help in the case. So on February 17th, they called Brandon into the police station. Brandon was relieved to go in. Maybe they found the kidnapper. Instead, the police had other plans. They turned the investigation to Brandon himself. Police did not believe him anymore, and they said, quote, he informed us that he was hit in the head and stuffed in a car in front of his home, and this occurred after 7 o'clock in the morning. But when we located video surveillance in front of his home, we were able to see no such thing. After hours of questioning and police presenting evidence that this crime did not in fact happen, Brandon admitted that he kidnapped himself.
Was he going to like try and get ransom money?
No, he did not want to go to work at his job at the tire factory.
The whole time I'm like, he did this to himself so that he could extort his dad for money.
No,
he did it to get out of work.
He didn't want to go to work.
We've all been there. We've all probably had similar thoughts like, I'm going to fucking do something crazy right now so I don't have to go to work today.
I fully have thought like that before.
Normally, I'd be like, hey, I'm going to maybe be sick, but fucking
yeah,
not kidnap myself.
Raise the stakes here and kidnap myself.
Oh, my God.
But there was a guy, because after last week's episode, I was fucking up on E-Bombs World.
It's still there.
Didn't even know it was still a thing.
Oh, good for her.
But here's a little news clip of another criminal who...
Delray Beach man is behind bars on charges he staged his own kidnapping. Police say Matthew Joseph called police saying drug dealers were holding him at gunpoint in his basement, demanding $200 for ransom. The police didn't buy that story, so they set up a sting and told him the ransom money would be wired to him at a supermarket. Sure enough, Joseph walked into the store and was arrested.
Dumbass. Oh my God. Well, yeah, don't fake your own kidnapping. I feel like it typically doesn't end well.
If you don't want to go to work and you just need like a month off,
maybe try it out. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
And you too can end up on obituary. Oh. There we go. All right. Well,
we're getting into 2 hours here.
Yeah, we're approaching the 2 hour mark. I think I'm about to be kidnapped right now, so I gotta go. Don't forget to rate and review, and we'll be back next week with some more coffin spinners,
obituaries,
and dumb
ass
criminals. Goodbye.
Goodbye.